My name is Mackenzie Hendricks, and today I'm going to be doing a persuasive speech on why I think that I should get an A in this class. Right now, I have my audience. I have Summer, Bailey, and then I have behind me my boss. Have you ever worked really hard on something but still end up somewhat disappointed with the outcome? If you're anything like the typical person, then you have dreams and goals in your life. In fact, there are probably many things, large and small, that you would like to accomplish throughout your life. Today I'm here to talk to you about a topic that has been on my mind ever since the quarter first began. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 59% of the 28.3 million undergraduate students in the United States receive some form of grant or scholarship. Many people lose their scholarships or their chance of attending graduate school all because of a decreased GPA. That's why I'm here to tell you why I'm humbly inquiring for an A in this class. We are all students or have all been a student at some point in time. We never can just take one class because TOPS or financial aid would never approve of that. For the most part, each of us attempt to take as many hours as we possibly can in hopes of getting out of college quicker, while financial aid will still foot the bill. There are some drawbacks with this plan. We end up overloading ourselves just so that we can save money. So our time is overbooked and then we're overtired. We spend all of our time studying and preparing for classes, and at the end of the quarter, we end up somewhat disappointed and discouraged because we receive a mediocre grade, even though we put our whole heart and soul into the class. I have done much research on this topic, and I have looked at the ratio of students' performance and hard work, in which are to are the main determinants of achieving a satisfactory grade. I have decided to talk with you about why not just I, but many other participants in this class are worthy of an A. My goal of this speech is to help Miss Bird and the rest of the class see why I should get an A in this class. Today I want to convince you that an A should be earned not only by how intelligent a person is, but also by how much they put into the work that they're doing, and how dedicated they are to the class or subject. Today I plan to explain how I've performed in the class overall, how hard I've worked in the class, and in which ways I've worked hard in the class, how I have good morals and which attribute to good character, and how I've communicated my concerns with Miss Bird. First, I will explain to you how I've performed well in this class. I always try to make my speech topics as interesting as possible because I've been there. I'm a student too, and I have to watch each and every speech as well. I know how it is to have to sit through a speech that you don't find interesting, so I always try to make my speeches as interesting as possible. Also, I'm not the best at making eye contact, but I promise I really do try to make eye contact throughout each and every speech, and I feel like I'm getting better as each speech goes on. I always try to maintain an optimistic tone and not be monotoned throughout my speech because I know how hard it is to keep your attention if somebody is just talking like this. I try to always make my outlines easy to read so that my audience can have a clear and concise idea of what my speech is going to be about. Next, I want to discuss the ways that I've put my whole heart and into this class and how hard I work in this class. According to the Wenatchee World, hard work is the key to academic success. Hard work is something that everyone is capable of. I live by the motto, do your best and let God do the rest. I always have been told if I work hard, everything will fall into place eventually. How do I work hard in this class, you say? Before each class, I fully prepare my speech topic, and I always research each topic to the fullest. I also practice my speech at least twice before I video myself, and sometimes I practice videoing myself for the speech and then try again. Before I even started the class, I read the whole entire syllabus so that I could adequately be prepared and know exactly what the teacher wanted of me before the class even started. I also strive to have each project finished before and turned in before the deadline, because I feel like this is one of the best ways to show to a teacher and to classmates that I'm dedicated and that I want to do good in the class. I always reply to at least 5 people's videos because I know how it makes me feel whenever people reply positively to my video. One cannot get good grades without working hard. Those who work hard dedicate more of their time studying and in the class. The reason for the best and leading students are rewarded is because it is clear that passing exams needs the students to do hard work. It is I also encourage students to work hard in their studies for success because you get better results. Next, I want to say how I strive to have good morals um, and character, which should positively contribute to my overall grade in the class. What I mean when I say this is that I never cheat or try to make shortcuts when it comes to making my speeches. I always watch at least 5 speeches from people in our class. I never just comment without watching a speech. Also, if anyone in the class ever had any questions, I would help them in any way possible that I could and help them understand better what's going on and what they may be confused on. What is good morals? Generosity. Generosity is the willingness to give resources, help, or time to anyone at any time. I feel like that is myself. Honesty is also a major point. Honesty is being truthful and sincere at all times. Lastly, I want to share that I have communicated to Miss Bird my desire to do well in the class overall. According to Essential Life Skills, good communication skills are the key to success in life, work, and relationships. This far, I have emailed Miss Bird twice, once on March 29th and once on April 30th. Emailing a professor shows that you're concerned or care about a class. If you email a professor, you are reaching out to them. Not all students desire to do this, but I feel like when you email and communicate with your teacher, this is putting in the extra mile and it shows that you truly care about the class and what you're doing in the class. Here's what I think should be done. Teachers should take into consideration the hard work and dedication students place in a class before grading their work. I know that I am not the best public speaker, but I aim each and every day to become better than I once was. I feel that if you look at my very first speech and to my final speeches, you will recognize that I have gradually improved. After I have discussed with you why I feel I have earned an A in Communications 110, I hope I have persuaded you that feel feel that I am a hardworking student who has truly earned an A. I hope that I have opened your eyes to just how much I desperately want and need an A in this class in order to achieve my lifelong goal of becoming a nurse anesthetist. In order to become a nurse anesthetist, I have to have a good GPA and I have to be a dedicated student. And I feel like that's what I'm showing right now. If you are a student, I urge you to work harder and look at just how hard you are working each and every day in all of your classes. If you truly want an A, you must invest your heart and soul in order to achieve it. Actions always speak louder than words. Put in the time and the effort, and you should succeed. If you are a teacher, I respectfully encourage you to look at the work that each and every student is doing, but also the work that they are putting into each and every assignment. Again, I humbly encourage you to do the very best and let God do the rest. Now I will show you my visual aid, which is going to be my boss, and he's going to tell you how my work ethic is and how much time I put into my speech class while I'm at work and outside of work.
Hello, I'm Mackenzie's boss, and she's been working her butt off every day at work, and she deserves every bit of points that you can give her. So please do not hold back and give her an A. Thank you.
Like I said, I've worked extremely hard in this class. I spend so much time and I put dedication into this class each and every day. I know that I know that it's sometimes easy to just look at speeches and just think that maybe I'm rushing through them, or maybe I didn't make the best eye contact, or maybe it wasn't long enough, or it wasn't super interesting. But I feel like I'm putting in my 110%, and I'm doing the very best that I can do. And I hope that you can see that as a teacher, and I hope as a class you can also see that as well. And I know that all of your students and all of you have been there in my same exact position. And I hope that by the end of the speech, I have persuaded you in your opinion on me and how hard of a worker that I am. And I'm sorry if you feel like this speech wasn't super interesting, but I promise I really did try my best. Thank you. And my audience is still here.
What is that for?